Are the Colts making a move for CJ Stroud?
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind.
Here we go. So we get on here and talk about draft because everybody else is. This draft is going to be completely off the wall backwards. So they have CJ Stroud now supposed to be dropping in equity basically. Nobody wants him for some reason or another. And a lot of them are saying because his inconsistency with being able to make calls on the field, being able to look at a defense and change a call, or being able to call play in due to memory, remembering plays that can be called on the field. As a quarterback, something you should probably have in your arsenal. They're saying that Will Levis has that in his arsenal, and he can make calls on the field. He did do it in Kentucky. Well, I think all this is bullshit. As they say, lying is the number one kind of ammo on your special belt when it comes to this time of year. So if he happens to drop, insane, because Colts will be stuck with this dilemma. Do they trade up to third because he falls to third? Do they make that phone call and offer whatever they need to offer to move to third place to make that pick before somebody else does? Do they stay put in four because they don't plan on taking CJ Stroud regardless? Oh, good questions. I've heard nothing but they're interested in Will Levis. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know. Chris Ballard even made a comment in his press conference. He said, "How can people say that they're interested in a certain person?" He said, "That didn't come from me. I don't know who that came from, but it didn't come from me." And that's exactly what he said. He also said a bunch of other stuff. I can tell you right now, he's got in mind who he wants. He says that his group of people who go and collect all the data they need on players and their coaches, all a part of picking the draft board. They all kind of collaborate and get this thing done. He also made the statement that he believes he's the honest GM out there. He did seem to be very, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. He's in a very good mood. He didn't seem stressed out. I think he enjoys this time of year, which is good if he makes the right choices. His draft history is kind of like a roller coaster. It's up and down. But the one thing he has never done since he's been the GM for the Colts is draft a quarterback for the future. He has not done so. Now this season, he's in a position where he can do that. So if I had to guess, there's rumors going around saying, Will Levis is the guy he's looking at. I'm telling you right now, regardless of Will Levis is the guy he's looking at, it wouldn't if CJ Stroud drops to third position, if because I honestly think that number one is going to be Bryce Young. He's gone. Number two, I thought would be CJ Stroud. They're talking about how they may end up picking a defensive guy, and they're not worried about a quarterback. I think that little section, wherever that story came from, I think that's a bullshit lie. I could be wrong, but I think it's what it is. Because I think that maybe they're thinking about not doing it. And if that's the case, I think that they're doing that to see what kind of equity that draft's going to bring. So if anybody's going to come in and say, "Hey, I'll give you our next year's first rounder and a third rounder for your third spot, or next year's second and third rounder for your spot. I don't know, but I think that that's what they're trying to do. I'm assuming if that story came from that kind of person that's high enough in their organization to make that decision, I think they're just playing around what kind of equity that position holds. Okay, so if he falls out of second place and moves down to third place, I'd be very surprised, and I would expect Ballard to make a move to pick him. Go ahead. I mean, because we're in a position to move forward in the quarterback spot, which we need to do. Everybody's talking about it. We need it bad. But another position we need really bad as of right now, unless they have a game plan on trading for somebody or possibly picking up somebody else in free agency, is a DB. Defensive back. We need one badly. We actually, in my opinion, we should at least have two. We have one true defensive back right now. So I personally, we need at least two. That's just my opinion. Wide receiver wise, I think Shane Steichen is counting on our receivers that we have, including the one we picked up, to do the dirty work. I think they're done with wide receivers until next year's draft. Because if whatever quarterback we get is a rookie, if we bomb that this year because he's a rookie, do you really think anybody's going to complain too much because we just got a rookie and that could be the future of our organization? No. It wouldn't even make no sense. It'd be kind of like for the first rocket we tried to send the moon, thing exploded. Now everybody's dogging the NASA for not doing their job. No, it's a learning experience. So as long as he looks like he can produce and he gets better through the year, if we get in a position to be able to pull the receiver that I really want come here, Marvin Harrison Jr., next year, I will not give a fuck. We need him. We pick him up, and Colts' receiving crew is looking damn good. We're missing that plug-in. We're missing that key. So I think next year we dig a little more into the receivers. This year we're kind of going, I think we're going to stay pat. I really do. I think we're going to stay pat. But we need a defensive back and need a quarterback. So my outlook on everybody's mock draft that they're putting together, and there's a lot of them, like I said, it's got CJ Stroud dropping down. I don't think it's going to happen. But if it does, the Colts need to do something to make sure they get him, because he's ready to plug and play. But with all that said, there's no way anybody can predict what's going to happen in the draft. All it takes is one owner deciding to change it up. That's all it's going to take. So one GM deciding, hey, this guy wasn't picked, let's go ahead and pick him instead. And that shuffles everybody around. Because at that point, everybody's trying to scramble and figure out how to get a guy they didn't expect to be on the board. Wanted to get on here. I want to talk a little bit about it because everybody else is talking about it. I felt left out. But more videos to come. I just feel like beating a dead horse about the same thing over and over again is kind of senseless. And there's a lot of videos being made about the same thing and just trying to change it up, to put a little twist on it, add a little bleach, dye the hair. It's the same story, it's just a different day. And I was getting a little burned out on trying to find something to talk about, and I'll be there if I'm going to beat a dead horse and just try to twist it. So 6 days, actually 5, because it's after midnight, because I am a night owl. 5 days left before the draft. Man, I can't wait. I'll catch you soon, within the next few days, on the next one. You guys, take it easy, ring that bell, like, and subscribe.